Hello, my name is Sophia Gonzalez, and today I'm going to be talking about B.F. Skinner. So, Burroughs Frederick Skinner, or more famously known as B.F. Skinner, was a behaviorist. He could not quite describe human behavior through literature, but soon found his interest in animal behavior. He initially created a crib-sized living space inspired by his daughter Deborah. It was not initially endorsed, but was years after he published an article on it. Skinner was a positivist, following Mach's beliefs that science should not allow concepts that are not directly observable. Instead, science must describe relationships and why facts are related to each other. Skinner maintained that there was no reason to study or examine these mental events, but much would be gained from doing a functional analysis between the environment and behavior. So Skinner essentially believed that instead we should use functional analysis, which is just examining the purpose of a behavior in correspondence with certain environmental conditions. So essentially, we should just observe how these behaviors interact with certain environments. He's most famously known for his work on operant behavior. He used the Skinner box to observe reinforcement and response rate, while the animal is able to choose when and how they respond. So from there, he allowed for the discovery of the 4 schedules of reinforcement that we should know, especially when we've talked about B.F. Skinner in courses before. So these schedules of reinforcement are fixed ratio, which is reinforcement after a set number of responses, interval ratio, which is reinforcement after a set amount of time, variable ratio, which is reinforcement after a random number of responses, and variable interval, which is reinforcement after a random amount of time. With studying behavior, Skinner understood that operant behavior is controlled by its consequences and that reinforcement strengthens behavior. He did not believe that punishment weakens behavior. Instead, he believed that the best option was to ignore undesirable behaviors, which coincides with how Thorndike also viewed this. With his research, Skinnerian principles have been applied to behavior therapy, which states that in order to treat abnormal behavior, the reinforcers must be removed and replaced so they strengthen more desirable behavior. Another application is token economies, which is the use of tokens, some sort of tokens, to reinforce desirable behaviors in exchange for items such as candy or stickers or cigarettes. But these are said to be unnatural and ineffective, and my source was the textbook. Thank you for watching.